Hey everyone, Super Nerd Daniel here with something very different today. I'm gonna be doing a bit of a reaction video because I just saw the news on the Play Overwatch Twitter and also on the YouTube channel via my sub feed, and I was correct in my speculation that I had a little while ago about who Hero 27 was. Obviously I didn't make a video about it or anything, but just in my own time, that Brigitte Lindholm, Torbjorn's daughter, who has been seen in at least one or two webcomics that Overwatch has done, as well as having a brief supporting role in the Honor and Glory animated short with Reinhardt a little while ago, is going to be Hero 27. It's just been confirmed. It was honestly a toss-up between her and like some guy involved in Operation White Dome that came out as information in that one lore post. Everyone thought it was going to be like one of those two that was Hero 27, but anyway, I wanted to do a reaction video to the origin story that was just posted on the Play Overwatch channel like just moments ago before this, and I wanted to do it live, give you my reaction as we're playing it. So just sync this up with when I'm hitting the spacebar to play it. So 3, 2, 1, play. Blood, use of tobacco, violence. I love use of tobacco. It's basically just for McCree and like the hookahs on Oasis. That's basically it.
In stories, the heroes get the honor and glory, but their gleaming armor, their mighty weapons, the people who built them were heroes in their own right, and I thought I was gonna follow in their footsteps.
Is that supposed to be Jetpack Cat?
But a hammer,
sorry, ruining it,
can't fix every problem. There are some things that can never be repaired. It's not enough to wait until the battle is over to fix their armor and bandage their wounds. If you can fight at their side, you can try to keep the blows from falling and maybe even protect them from themselves.
Is she gonna be a support?
I am Brigitte Lindholm, and I will be their shield.
Okay, she sounds like she's gonna be like some kind of support tank hybrid or something. And that sounds honestly amazing. I can't even imagine what the fuck that gameplay is gonna be like. You know what? Fuck it. There's the developer update from Jeff. We're gonna watch that too. Let's go. I'm gonna load this up. I'll cut to one that's loaded up and ready to go. Papa Jeff, give me the info in 3, 2, 1, play.
What's up, everyone? This is Jeff from the Overwatch team.
Hi, Jeff.
Super excited to be here today because we finally get to talk about Hero 27. Who is Hero 27? Well, it is Brigitte Lindholm. You first
Brigitte,
saw her
okay,
in the
yeah.
Animated short,
That's how you say it.
Honor and Glory. You might have recognized her also from the comic book we put out last year as well called Fighting Dragons. So Brigitte is the daughter of Torbjorn, who is Overwatch's master weaponsmith. So he had a daughter, and that daughter grew up with Torbjorn in the workshop, watching him apply his craft and make all sorts of cool things, and she wanted to be just like her dad. Well, her dad also had this great friend named Reinhardt, who was an adventurer and a very important Overwatch member. Eventually, Brigitte decided to go serve as Reinhardt's squire. And at first, she primarily was there to fix his armor when it would get destroyed, whether he was out helping people or doing.
She absolutely sounds like a support. Like, she's definitely gonna be a support, right?
Bigger difference. She needed to learn to
like maybe a support, but not necessarily a healer.
So she could be there to sort of.
Well, that kind of sounds like a healer. I'll shut up for a bit.
As much as he was protecting others. So let's talk about Brigitte from a gameplay standpoint, because I think that's where she really shines. So she is a support character first and foremost, but she also shares a lot of traits that fit the tank role. So it should be a really interesting.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I thought, like a support tank hybrid.
But remember, primarily she's support.
Right.
The coolest thing that she has is her rocket flail. So Reinhardt has a rocket.
I'm sorry, the what?
Brigitte's got that rocket flail. It has a very good range to it, even though it's a melee weapon. It extends out. It can hit characters pretty far away. And she has
really
a whip shot that can send the rocket flail even further out, doing a lot of damage and knocking enemies back. But that's
that sounds awesome.
Brigitte's
sounds so cool.
She also has, similar to Reinhardt, a barrier shield. And the barrier shield is smaller than Reinhardt, so it only protects her. Now, she can occasionally, in a pinch, protect a teammate behind her, but primarily that barrier shield is to protect Brigitte and what's immediately behind her barrier shield. She can do a really cool ability when she has the barrier shield deployed. She can do a shield bash, and what the shield bash does is it lunges her forward a short distance very quickly and does damage and a stun on whoever she leaps in on.
What?
It's really great if you've got that annoying Tracer or Genji diving in on you and you use the shield bash, you're really going to disable them very quickly.
Okay, so it's kind of like...
She also has a...
It's sort of like Reinhardt's charge, but not really. It's more like, I guess...
Repair pack. And the way this works is similar to how Zenyatta has that sort of soft targeting reticle that moves around different friendly allied heroes on her screen. She can target somebody and apply the repair pack. Now, repair pack is a really big, nice heal that's on a cooldown, but if your target is at full health, or you do any overhealing, meaning you heal for over whatever damage that they're lacking, it will apply armor to them instead for a very brief period of time. So there's a benefit.
Dude, that's actually huge.
Repair pack to somebody.
That's actually huge.
Just about to undergo some big damage that you see, or of course always saving a teammate by just healing them.
Yo,
a lot of fun. Now there's another way for Brigitte to heal as well, and that's through a passive that she has called Inspire. The way Inspire works is anytime she's either hitting anybody with her rocket flail, or she hits an enemy with her whip shot, it heals in a large radius around her. A heal over time gets applied to anybody in that large radius. So she's very powerful.
Okay.
The team builds around Brigitte and stays near her, and you have that sort of unified core, and Brigitte is within melee striking distance. There's a tremendous amount of healing happening at those times. Finally, there's her ultimate ability, which is called Rally. When she uses Rally, you'll hear these tremendous horns sort of cry out, and that's how you know that she's using it. She gets a big radius around her. Think similar to like a Zenyatta radius or maybe Lucio's radius that appears around him. And when Rally is active, any teammate in that radius gains armor that persists over time, and it's stacked
really?
amount, so you don't have to worry about it getting out of control, but basically applies armor to all the teammates around her. And Brigitte herself, and only her, moves faster. So that way she can get into space and sort of protect.
Because it's like an armored version of Transcendence?
It's really powerful to push
Question mark?
on. So if maybe your team is held up at a choke.
I mean, that sounds really, really cool.
To capture
I'm just saying it's like armored Transcendence, essentially, from what I'm hearing.
That's a great time for the entire team to push in and try to take that objective. We've been thrilled with her in our playtest so far. We're having tons of fun with her and finding all sorts of new compositions. She counters a lot of heroes that are very powerful right now, so we think she'll really mix up the way that the game's being played, both casually and competitively at the highest levels. We think she also adds a really great fantasy for a lot of players. Like if you're the type of player who always plays a tank but have really wanted to try a support, Brigitte might be the one for you. Or if you're a support player who's tired of always having certain harassing characters do damage to you and the rest of your team never helps you out, well, now you've got that barrier shield and that shield bash and that
actually me
to help disengage some of those characters and get them away from you. We think she's going to bring a ton to the game. We love the fact that we have more family storylines going on. So the story of Torbjorn and his daughter and her godfather, who is Reinhardt. We think that it will add a lot to the game. And mostly, we just want you to fall in love with her the way we have. We think she's tons of fun, and we hope you enjoy playing her. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Jeff. Jesus. Also, that character design is pretty great, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, lots to take in here. Brigitte Lindholm, that is in fact how you say it. I'm sorry for the times I've said Brigitte or Bridget. Brigitte Lindholm, essentially a support tank hybrid who can give people armor, who can give people, like, fucking health packs, and if the healing she does, like, goes over what their max health is gonna be, like, if the healing is more than what it would take to max out their health, she just gives them armor. So I'm assuming that means that if you are already at full health, you'll just get the full amount of health that you would have gotten as armor, you know, kind of like you would get from just Torbjorn. So I'm assuming it's just gonna be like 75, like 75 health / armor, depending on if people are damaged and how much they're damaged, if the armor thing even applies. What I'm really interested in is the shield bash, which kind of sounds to me, you know, based on the way that Jeff was describing it, it's almost kind of like, sort of like a hybrid of Reinhardt's charge. There's kind of like that Reinhardt element in there, along with her melee weapon, obviously. And Doomfist's rocket punch, where there's the charge forward and the stun. So I don't know if there's gonna be like that same property as the rocket punch, where if you like shield bash somebody into a wall or something like that, that would cause additional damage or anything like that, or if it would just be the impact damage from the shield bash and then the stun. But that is going to be extremely interesting to try out. I think... I don't know if my freaking stupid laptop can actually run, you know, the PTR. I would hope it would, because I, honest to God, really want to get on the PTR and actually try Brigitte before she, like, comes live. Fucking, you know, in like 2, 3, 4 weeks time, whatever the timetable is going to be. Because I know, obviously, new hero, extensive testing, things need to be changed and tinkered with, and I understand that, and that's fine, you know. But I honestly feel like this could be a character I really, really like, you know. I see, here's the thing, people know that I'm a Sombra main, right? But she's really the only DPS that I play, you know, extensively. Like, I'm mostly I guess I would call myself mostly a support and tank main, I suppose, like a mix of the two. Like, I'm mostly playing supports most of the time. Like, I find myself playing, you know, Symmetra and Moira, and let's be fair, up until recently, with the recent changes that went live, Sombra kind of had to be played as a support, almost, like a DPS support hybrid. And when I play tanks, it's, let's be real, it's mostly D.Va, with a little bit of Orisa and maybe some Roadhog. So, seeing that Brigitte is essentially a support tank hybrid, much in the same way that, like, Sombra was kind of like a support DPS hybrid, and Moira is kind of like a DPS healer hybrid, sort of. Like, I really like these sort of hybrid kind of heroes that have multiple potential play styles kind of worked into their kits and stuff. And again, you know, just like, also we need to talk about like her flail being ranged, you know, like the whip ability. I already forget what it was called. Whip something. I'm so sorry. People are going to correct me in the comments, but like the whip ability with, I'm wondering what the range is on that. Is it gonna be like Roadhog's hook? Because if it's like Roadhog's hook range with knockback, I feel like, you know, a lot of like Widow and Hanzo players that attack from the high ground, or even like soldier players that, you know, stick to that high ground and just want to rain down that damage, are gonna be kind of fucked if the opposing team has a Brigitte. But yeah, I'm honestly really interested, also in the lore aspect, just to see more of the relationship between, you know, Brigitte and Torbjorn, obviously, but also the dynamic between Brigitte and Reinhardt. I'm kind of hoping they get something of maybe like an animated short. I'm hoping maybe somewhere down the line. I know there are some more OG characters that haven't gotten one yet, you know, like Symmetra, but you know, I honestly do hope that we get like an animated short centered more on like current day adventures, or maybe just like a flashback sort of thing with Brigitte and Reinhardt when, you know, she was a squire and stuff. But yeah, I think that about does it for this sort of spur of the moment reaction to Brigitte Lindholm, Hero 27. Holy shit, dude. Like, I am actually really excited. I said this when Honor and Glory came out. I saw Brigitte, was like, dude, Hero 27, please, Papa Jeff, and we've got it. Like, I don't know if that was the original plan or if something changes because of fan demand, but either way, I'm cool with it. I will not complain about Brigitte being in the game. So yeah, that's it. Can I say so anymore? Jesus Christ. So, there's one more for you. Went for the hat trick. Let me know in the comments below, those of you who play Overwatch, assuming you are because you're watching this video, what you think of Brigitte, what do you think of her kit, who you think she potentially could counter, who you think could potentially counter her. I'd like to think that Sombra could be a fairly big counter to her because, you know, Jeff was saying, you know, ability, who negates abilities? Sombra, with a little hickety hack. But yeah, let me know what you think of Brigitte. I am obviously very excited. I really want to see if I can get the PTR to work on my computer, on my little rinky-dink 4GB laptop, just so I can test her out in the PTR a little bit before she goes live and just get a taste. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Let me know if you want more reactions to more Overwatch related things as they come out in the future. And yeah, an actual video will be up somewhere within the next week, hopefully. See you later.